Hey guys, Yard Cow here. I'm the head trader here at GC Trading Systems, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to read a candlestick chart. Alright, so in this video you guys are going to learn how to read candlesticks. We're going to look at candlestick strength, time frames, how to identify trend, pullbacks, and finally we will look at real chart examples. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so right here we have two candlesticks. So we have a green candlestick and then a red candlestick. So they look the exact same. The only difference is they are different colors. So what is the difference? Well, one of them is a bullish candlestick. So this means that price moved higher. Okay, price went up. And then this one over here, this red candlestick, is bearish. So this means that price moved lower. Okay, so there are a few components of the candlestick. So first is the body. Okay, so this thicker kind of rectangle right here, this is called the body. Same thing over here. This red thicker rectangle is called the body. And then next we're going to look at the wicks. Okay, so over here, this thin line right here, that is the wick, right? Same thing over here. This is the wick, okay? Now we're going to look at the open, okay? So each candlestick has an open and a close, okay? So right here, this is a bullish candlestick, remember that. So price opened up here and then pushed higher, okay? So this candlestick opened here and pushed higher. And then this one over here, this is a bearish candlestick. Price opened here and then pushed lower, okay? So you can see these are the opposite. The open for the bullish candlestick is here. Then the open for the bearish candlestick is over here. Now we're going to look at the close. So right here, this is the bullish close for this candlestick, for this bullish candlestick. So price opened up here and price closed here. Okay, so if price opened here and then closed higher, what does that mean? That means it's a bullish candlestick, right? That's what this is saying right here. So price moved higher. Same thing over here, just bearish. Price opened here and then price closed down here. Okay, so price moved lower. All right, now we're going to focus on the wick. So over here, we have the high of the candlestick. Same thing over here, we also have the high. So this means that price at one point during this candlestick, price was all the way up here at the top of this wick right here. So price was all the way up here, but price rejected and ended up closing down here. Okay, so at one point price was up here. Same thing with this candle. At one point price was up here at this area. Okay, but as you can see, sellers stepped in and this candle closed all the way down here. So that's the high of the candle. That means that price was there at one point during that candlestick. Same thing with this candlestick over here. All right, so now here's the low. So pretty much the exact same thing as the high, just the opposite. So this means that price was all the way down here at one point. This was the lowest point of that candlestick. Same thing over here. This means that price was all the way down here at one point, but ended up closing there. And one important thing to remember is not all candlesticks look the same, okay? So over here, these are all bullish candlesticks, but they look completely different, right? So in all these candles, price did move higher, okay? But all of these have different meanings, okay? So over here, we have a normal bullish candle, okay? You can see price opened here, closed there. You can see a little bit of wick on each side, right? Nothing crazy. The strength, it's moderate, right? Pretty good bullish candle. Then over here, we have a strong bullish candle, okay? So this strength is really strong. You can see we opened here and we closed all the way up here with pretty much no wick. So this shows that buyers are really in control, okay? And then next we have the spinning top or doji, okay? So price opened here and closed here, right? But we have this massive wick on both sides of the body. So this means that the sellers stepped in, but then they got rejected. This means that the buyers stepped in and got rejected as well. So the buyers and sellers are really battling it out here. And this candle just kind of closed in the middle. So this was a very indecisive candle. And then over here, we have a hammer, or what I like to call it, a key reversal. So I really like these candlesticks right here. So you can see price opened here and then closed right there, okay? But you can see at one point this candle was super red and price was all the way down here. But then the buyers stepped in and pulled this all the way back up here and closed at the high of this candle. Okay, so this is a really, really bullish, really strong candle. I really like these candles. And then we have a weak bullish candle. So there are a few different names for this candle, but I just call them weak bullish candles. So you can see price opened up here at the bottom. Price pushed all the way back up here to the top, but then the sellers stepped in and pushed it all the way back down. So the sellers kind of, even though this candle did close green, even though it did close higher than the open, this shows that the sellers are kind of stepping in and price might be starting to lose some momentum. And then here are the bearish candlesticks. So you can see the difference. So right here, here's a normal bearish candle. So price opened here and closed here. Okay, a little bit of wick on each side, right? Strength is moderate for that. And then here's a strong bearish candle. So price opened here and then closed all the way down here with no wick. That shows that sellers are really in control. And then over here, we have the spinning top slash doji. So you can see buyers and sellers battling it out, closed right in the middle, very indecisive. And then we have the hammer slash key reversal candle. Again, I really like this candle. So you can see we opened here, price pushed all the way up here, but then the sellers really stepped in and closed this candle down here. So again, this is a very strong bearish candle. And then we have this weak bearish candle right here. So you can see that price opened here and then pushed all the way down here, but then ended up closing right here. So this strength is very weak. All right, so now we are going to look at the time frame of a candlestick, okay? So what is the time frame, right? Well, for each candle, there's an open and then there's a close, right? Since this is a bullish candle, price opened here and then closed here, right? So, there has to be some type of time frame between that open and that close. So what is that time frame? Well, on all charts, you can select your time frame. So here are just some common time frames. You can pretty much choose any time frame you want: 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 12 second, 2 day, 1 week, right? Anything, 2 hour. But here are just some common time frames. So right now we have selected a 1 minute time frame. So that means that one candlestick is 1 minute long. Okay, so if let's say this candle opened at 9 a.m. right? If this is a 1 minute candle, it opened at 9 a.m. At 9:01, this candle would close, okay? So this candlestick is 1 minute. If we select a 5 minute time frame, one candlestick is equivalent to 5 minutes. So each candlestick on the chart will be 5 minutes. And then same thing, 15 minute, right? One candlestick is 15 minutes. 1 hour, one candlestick is 1 hour. And then daily, one candlestick is a whole day. So far, we have learned how to read a candlestick. We have learned about the different types of candlesticks, and we have also learned about time frame. So next, we are going to look at direction. All right, so we have this set of candlesticks right here. And what is the overall direction for this set of candlesticks? What is the overall movement? Is it up? Is it down? Is it sideways? What is it? Well, if you look at it, the overall direction is up. Okay, so this right here, you can clearly see it. Price kind of started here and moved all the way up here. Even though we do have a little bit of red right here, the overall direction is up. So this is classified as an uptrend, okay? And like I just talked about, we have these little red candles right here. So these are called pullbacks. So even though the trend is up, these are pullbacks. These can give you some really great entries to get in with the trend. And another tip to help you identify an uptrend is to look for higher highs and higher lows. So right here we have higher high, we have a higher low, another higher high, higher low, and then another higher high. So what are these? What do these mean? So you can see right here, this level right here, this high is higher than the previous high, which is right here, right? And then this low right here and this low, you can see that this low is higher than this previous low. Okay, and then this high right here is higher than this previous high. So that's kind of how you can identify that uptrend. All right, so now let's look at this set of candles. So what is the overall direction of these candles? Which way are we going overall? Well, it's pretty obvious, right? We are going down. So this is a downtrend, okay? And right here, you can see those few green candles right there. I'm sure you guys already know what these are. These are pullbacks. And again, these can give you some really good entries to get in with the trend to go downward. And a tip to help you identify a downtrend is to look for lower highs and lower lows. So remember, for the uptrend, we were looking for higher highs and higher lows. Well, it's pretty much the opposite for this. We are looking for lower highs and lower lows. So we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So you can see right here that this high right here is lower than this one. Then this lower low, this low right here is higher, or sorry, lower than this lower low right here. All right, now let's take a look at this set of candles. So what is the direction for these? Well, we're going sideways, right? You can see we are just ranging, we are chopping around, right? Just going sideways. So this is called a range. All right. And a good way to identify a range is to look for equal highs and equal lows. So you can see right here, equal highs, pretty much just equal right here, equal lows right here. Does not have to be exact. You know, it can kind of dip down a little bit, but for the most part, you can just see we are going sideways. All right, now here's the fun part. Let's go take a look at the chart and see all the stuff that we've been talking about. All right, so here is a real chart. So this is the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures. So I do trade the futures market, but this platform right here, this is TradingView. Okay, so this is a really great platform if you're just getting started, you know, just to kind of start charting some stuff out, just to learn a little bit. TradingView, you can get a free account. I'll have the link in the description of this video. But yeah, so let's get started. All right, so up here you can see our time frames, right? So remember, we were talking about the time frames. So each candlestick, right now we have a 1 minute selected. So each candlestick right here is 1 minute. Okay, so you can see that at the bottom down here. You can see that 1429, 1430, 1431, right? So we can go over to daily, right? And each one of these is 1 day. You can see that right there. And then let's go to a 15 second. So each one of these is 15 seconds. Okay. All right. So let's dive into this chart and let's see what the overall direction is of these candles. All right. So from this area right here, from this area, what is the overall direction? Well, the overall direction, just by looking at it, is up, right? Price is going up. And we can see that right here. We can see those pullbacks, those higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We can see that right here, right? It's not always going to be perfect, but you can see it, right? So you can see that that is an uptrend, okay? And then you can see over here, price kind of starts to go sideways. Let me delete this real quick. So you can see right here, price kind of starts to chop around, starts ranging, right? Starts going sideways, okay? So we are kind of in this level, in this little range right here, okay? So you can see that right there. And then we're kind of just bouncing around in this until about right here, we kind of start breaking out a little bit. And then what do we start seeing? We start seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? You guys see it? So what is this? This is a downtrend, okay? So over here, we had an uptrend, right? Price was moving up. And then here, price started going sideways. And then we kind of broke out of this range a little bit and price started going down. We started downtrending. Okay, so there's all three directions right there: uptrend, range, downtrend. And now if we kind of take a look at some of these candles, we can kind of see those candlesticks that we were talking about, those different types of candlesticks. So for example, right here, you can see these really, really strong candles. See this really strong green candle, another one, this one gets kind of smaller, and then we have this weak bullish candle. So see how, let me kind of zoom in here. So you can see this weak bullish candle, right? Price shot up all the way up here, but then ended up closing down here, right? So that's kind of showing me that we are losing some momentum. And as you can see from that, we had this really, really strong bearish candle right after that. And then over here, you can kind of see the same thing just with the red candle. You can see that we pushed all the way down here, but then those buyers stepped in and we ended up closing all the way back up here. And what happened right after that? We had a strong bullish candle pushed back up, right? And then right here, same thing. You can see that those buyers pushed up, but they could not hold. The seller stepped in and we closed all the way down here. And let's keep looking for some more examples. So right here, we have a really strong key reversal. So right here, you can see those buyers pushed up, but then we ended up closing red right here and we started selling through down here. So that's a nice key reversal right there. You can see right here, sellers tried, they could not, buyer stepped in, pushed up there, right? Same thing here. The buyers tried to push up with that big wick, could not, ended up closing down here, pulled all the way back down. So I really hope all of this is starting to click for you guys. It will definitely take some practice. But if you guys are watching this video, you guys are probably just getting started with trading. And if you guys don't know what market to trade, I personally trade the futures market. Specifically, I trade NQ in the futures market. The futures market has a lot of benefits to it, so I would definitely research that. You can also get funded with prop firms out there, so you don't really have to risk your own capital. I'll actually have a link to another video that explains what prop firms are. I'll have that link in the description of this video. So if you guys want to learn more about prop firms, go ahead and watch that video. And go ahead, also join our free Discord. I'll have the link in the description of this video. If you guys have any questions, you guys can ask me a question in there, or you guys can leave a comment below. And if this video helped you, please subscribe and please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.